All right, let's go kneeling position right here. Left foot on the line. Left foot on the line. Put it all the way on the line, kneeling. So I want 90 degrees in the front, 90 degrees in the back. Squeeze your butt so it's all locked in. All right, squeeze your butt so it's all locked in. Now bring your right hand up, left hand back. It's like this. We're gonna be tilted up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push down. We're gonna be here. When I say go, we're gonna push down with the top leg, drive the knee up. Our goal is to extend the hip, get off the ground. Okay, let's do 5 of these. Ready? Brandon, you gotta go straight up. See how you went forward? That's not it. Good. Too close. Back your right knee up. It's gotta be 90 degrees. 90 more. Right there. Good. Now stand all the way up. Stand all the way up. Look, you're like this. I want your torso upright. Torso's upright. Go back down. Torso's upright. Look up. Now push down, Brandon, and go. No, it's not it. So stop. So this is what you do when you sprint, and you do this too. Where before you finish extending this side, you're trying to bring this one through. All right. So what I want is this one has to finish first. Okay. So I'm pushing all the way through, and then I get all the way up. 90 degrees in the front. Good. Good. See how you're doing this?
I'm shooting this one first.
You're doing this with your upper body. I want your upper body locked here. There's only one way to go from here. Vertical, up and down. Finish that first foot. Good. Nope. Come on. You're overthinking. It's easy. Let's go. Good. Push down. Do that right foot. There you go. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is, your goal is to project horizontal. All right. So now we're gonna set left foot up. So instead of 90, we're gonna bring it back to 45. Okay. And I'm gonna take my torso. I'm gonna put it at the same angle. So I'm here. Okay. So a lot of my body weight's on this. Okay. So my goal is to project myself forward with very low air time. All right. So if I do this, it's not productive. I got hip extension, but I only projected at a half a yard, right? I need to get hip extension, and I need to project me to this point, which is way further than what I ever have to project to, right? You don't have to project this far, right? But if we can produce that amount of power and interrupt it with a step, then it's gonna be more productive. So the first thing we're gonna do is just project as far as we can. I set up here. 45, my torso's over, my weight's in this. I want my chest to be as close as it can to the ground as I project the hip. From here, push. Okay, you can take your time. It doesn't have to be super fast. I want that extension. I want your torso to feel like it's flatline and it's even parallel to the ground coming out. Okay, Izzy, you're up first.
So you said chest is lower to the ground?
Yep, 45. So go down real quick.
Down.
Yeah, so bring your shoulders down. Okay. So you'll notice when you start to come up, you'll do this naturally.
Yeah.
It's a reflex. Your body doesn't want to hit the ground. Force your shoulders at this angle to drive out. So see if you can keep your shoulders in one spot as you come out. Not bad. Find that angle with your shoulders, your shin, and then project off that. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Nope. The first thing you do is this. 1, 2, with the back leg. What do I want you to do first? I want your front leg to project. Your back leg is punching, but the back leg is gonna punch if I project right. Like if I don't punch the thigh, big deal. It's gonna happen naturally. If I don't project, I'm in a bad position. So first thing you have to do is this front leg has to extend all the way through. So go back to the vertical drill. You got 2 each side, straight up. Izzy, you ready? Let's go other side. Okay, you see what you did there?
Came up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So should I feel my back leg drag almost?
From kneeling, it might happen, but no. Like if I'm going from kneeling, it might happen because it's coming through like this.
Yeah.
but not necessarily, no.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon. Come through like this, your leg is 6 inches longer. Like this, 6 inches longer. Your brain's gonna move it slow. If I come through like this, everything's gonna move faster, okay? You can't have that toe pointed down. Do it again. You're doing way too much with the back foot. Your back foot it's irrelevant, ignore it. Use your front foot. Push your front foot through the ground until your hip extends. And don't stop pushing until it extends. Push as hard as you can down on your left foot. Thank you, that's 1 rep right. We're gonna take the same power we looked at covering 2 yards, and we're only gonna cover 1 because we're gonna interrupt it with a foot strike, okay? So Izzy, it's the same pattern. Left foot up, take your torso and push it horizontal.
Kneeling.
Right, kneeling. So I need my hip, I need my body to cover this space, right? So my hip needs to be at this point, and then what happens? So the goal is, I need to first project myself directly horizontal, keeping my torso relatively low. And then second step is to retract it back, so project and retract. So I'm here, it's project, retract it back. Just 1 step, okay? 1 step. Not bad. You're using significantly less power than you used when you went 2 yards though. It's the same power, same power. Not bad. Okay, ready? Push. Yes, yes, yes. Not bad. You project up and then you go out because your leg does this. If my leg does this, there's no way my hip can stay down. My hip has to rise. Take your hip. If it starts here, it finishes here. It doesn't start here and then come up. Make sense? Take your hip, push it horizontal. I don't want your hip popping up and then you rise on step 1, okay? Izzy, you're on 2 steps. You can go from standing now. Get your torso locked, good. Push off 2 feet. There you go. Now you got it. There you go, Brennan. That's better. Your hip doesn't change levels. Your torso will, but slow. What happened wrong with that one? So if I lean, I can't produce force because I'm using gravity, right? I can't push. So if I'm stable and I'm here, then it's very easy to produce force from my hip.
Yeah.
But if you fall, your hip doesn't start producing force until it's here and you don't have enough. All right, so I want you to stay static and push. Your first step's crashing into the ground. It's crashing because you're not static. Stay static, drive aggressively, okay? Your first 3 steps, it's gonna take so much fucking energy from you guys because you're pushing as hard as you can if you do it right. You need to push as hard as you can, maximal, maximal, maximal. We went from a power drill to a quickness drill, and I don't want quickness, not in the first 3 steps. So you guys have, like when I did that first 2-yard push out, everyone's power was great. And then when you guys go to these, you start going quick, 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 and tap, tap, tap. You're not maximally hitting the ground. So I think the beginning is the most aggressive. You keep your hip in the same spot, you throw yourself out. Okay, once I do that, I have to hit the ground as hard as I can because I need to bounce to the next step. So you guys are doing this really, really good and then tapping, tapping, tapping. It needs to be aggressive, aggressive, aggressive every step. Push out as hard as you can. Not bad. You're almost there. You hear how your foot's doing this? Thud, thud, thud. It's because by the time it hits the ground, it's traveling forward. I need it traveling backwards. Better, Brandon. It's got to be traveling backwards when it comes to the ground. Not bad. Not bad.